What's up guys, it's Cryptoroo here, and today we're going to talk about Tether. Is it a scam or not? So let's get into it.
How can I help you?
Yes, hello. I just had a message to call you guys.
Tether is a cryptocurrency that is pegged to the US dollar. So one Tether equals one US dollar. It's a way to essentially store US dollars without actually taking out your crypto and putting it into US dollars. Instead, you can put it in US dollars Tether. And in addition, you can transfer US dollars Tether around exchanges that support it easily, where you can't really transfer cash around exchanges. You have to withdraw cash, deposit cash, and that can take a while. So it's a super simple way to move it around as well. Also, the important thing to note is Tether themselves can create Tether at any time. They essentially, it's like the Federal Reserve printing money. They can print Tether at any time. This is all well and good because Tether are supposed to keep a cash reserve for every one Tether they sell. They should have $1 US. So essentially, if the entire market decides to sell all their Tether at once, they're able to pay it out. They should have the cash reserves on hand. But the real question that comes to mind is, does Tether actually have the cash reserves on hand to pay out all the Tether in circulation? Or are they printing and selling Tether to make money? Well, there was an audit done last year in September. Now, this audit raised more questions than it actually answered. Essentially, two key facts, which I'll link to an article below, is that they will not name the bank that they store their reserves in, which raises big flags, like why can't they name the bank they're storing their cash reserves in? And the second point is that the funds in these accounts, they said, although they can be used for the cash reserves for Tether, they're also used for other purposes, and they cannot verify or validate this. So Tether could have other programs in work, and some of those cash reserves might not be for backing the actual Tether value, essentially. There is a Twitter account, Tether Printer, which essentially tweets every time Tether create new US dollars Tether. And in the last few weeks, they have been creating $100 million worth of Tether. That's right, $100 million. So that raises the questions, does the market actually need $100 million US of Tether every day? Are that many people actually buying it? Or are they just creating this out of thin air with no cash reserves backing, which I suspect is currently the case. So this leads me to believe they are artificially pumping the market. I mean, they could even be creating it out of thin air and then buying other cryptocurrencies, selling that for cash, so essentially generating free money. Which, this is a scary thought because it sounds like just a house of cards, or eventually, if they are corrupt or dodgy and something happens, that's going to crash the entire crypto market, and this will be bigger than the crash we've just experienced in the beginning of 2018. Pretty scary thoughts, isn't it? So if they don't have the cash reserves on hand and a lot of people cash out at the same time, or they're found out to be a scam, there's going to be a lot of hurt and angry people, not just with the US dollars Tether, in the entire market. So I'm keen to hear your thoughts below. Do you think it's a Ponzi scheme, or do you think it's actually legit? Let me know in the comments below, guys. Until next time.